is a big change in weather coming real soon.
Yes, winter is coming in at lightning speed, so get ready for it. The winds start to pick up tonight. Here's a look at the headlines, what you need to know right now. And the cold air, the wind, all start to pile in through the overnight hours tonight. We will continue to see that move in. In fact, the highs tomorrow will actually come early in the day as the temperatures will actually be falling through the afternoon. And with the winds whipping and staying strong all day long, the wind chill tomorrow for a lot of the day, especially in some of the stronger gusts in the 20s. You're going to want to bundle up before you head out the door, and the winds stay strong all the way through Wednesday. Wednesday arrives, and then we have to watch for the potential for some wet weather as a low pressure system tries to mix in with all of this Arctic air, which could bring in some an interesting scenario for Wednesday night into early Thursday. I'll talk more about that in a second. But right now, 51 degrees, so temperatures are falling. We topped out in the mid to upper 50s across the Willamette Valley. It was just a beautiful day, but the front is already starting to push in, and we're going to see the temperatures fall after midnight. The low tonight down to 37 degrees. Tonight we stay above freezing. Tomorrow night we're dipping down into the upper 20s, so it gets even colder. The winds pick up, falling temperatures tonight, and the winds tonight may occasionally gust. This is late after midnight, up near 35-40 miles an hour, and then they just pick up from there. Here's a look at the numbers out there right now, and while we're still in the low 50s, you get east of the Cascades and up into the northeast corner of Oregon, and temperatures have already fallen to the freezing mark in Baker City and also in Burns. So the colder air that's been moving in from Canada and bringing this Arctic blast across much of the country now finding its way into Oregon and much of the Pacific Northwest too. Winds are reflecting that, starting to come in from the north and northeast. Look at the winds are already starting to pick up and funnel in through the gorge. Not very strong now, but those are going to intensify big time. Take a look at the wind gusts as we head through tomorrow, or tonight and tomorrow. So midnight tonight, the winds start to pick up, gusting up near 30 miles an hour for us here in the Portland metro area. By tomorrow morning, winds gusting between 35 and nearly 40 miles an hour. Strong winds again. Here we are just before the lunch hour tomorrow, 43-mile-an-hour winds in Portland. And it stays steady tomorrow afternoon. Those gusts up near 40. We go through tomorrow night. Wednesday morning, those gusts still coming close to 40 miles an hour. Outside of that, we still may occasionally see that gust up near 60 on the east side, closer to the gorge, where those winds really just come whipping out of the gorge. Rain and cloud forecast. We stay dry. We'll see sunshine tomorrow, and we stay dry for most of Wednesday. Here we are at 3:30 p.m., and it's just mainly an increase in cloud cover. The storm system developing off the coast is a warm system interacting with the colder air, so it's going to be tough for us to get a whole lot of winter weather out of it through the Willamette Valley, but the Cascades could get some decent snow. We're talking the snow level falling to around 3,000 feet with the colder air in place. And then Thursday morning arrives, and this is where we could see some of that interacting with some of the colder air to perhaps bring in that winter mix through the gorge over near Hood River, and then perhaps for Portland too early Thursday morning briefly. Most likely at this point looking like a brief touch of freezing rain before it starts to change over to just plain old cold rain for the rest of the day. That could change though. Forecast models will continue to come into better agreement as we get closer to time, so definitely stay tuned with that possibility of winter weather moving in. You definitely want to keep up to date on that. So for the coast, 40s tomorrow, dry, breezy day, falling temperatures. I-5 in the upper 40s, gusting to 45, wind chill in the 20s, highs in the low 30s east of the Cascades. The Cascades will be very cold too, and we'll have strong winds up near 50 miles an hour. A breakdown, upper 30s at 7 a.m., 42 at noon, back to the 30s at 4 p.m. Steady winds at 25 miles an hour for most of the day with those higher gusts. Wednesday, upper 30s, down into the 20s tomorrow night, down below freezing again Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning, we're talking that potential maybe for a mixed briefly, and then that cold rain, and then it stays wet through the end of the week.
All right, Kristen, thank you.